Hello there YouTube, my name is Chuggy and today I am playing some Battlefield 3, playing some Rush on Damavand Peak. And yes guys, do not adjust your monitors, I am playing Battlefield 3 for the first time on PC. Guys, today I'm going to be talking about just in general, my thoughts on PC gaming now that I've started to do a bit more, now that I've got myself a decent rig. And if you're interested, the details of my machine will be down in the description. I think that's just an easy way to do it. Just in general, just talking my experience of PC gaming, what I've been playing, and in general, what I've been surprised by, what I have been challenged by, and in general, just how I found the experience of, or the difference even from playing on console to PC. And I think Battlefield is a perfect candidate to show that off, to be honest, because, well, you will know from my previous videos, everything has been from the PS3 version of the game, and I can handle myself basically in that. I know the buttons, I know how to play the game, play the maps, whatever, and in theory, playing the game, playing the maps, it should all be the same once you come across from one version to another, and I was expecting that to be true. But frankly, it's not, and the main reason for that is I was expecting one vital criteria of the game to change, and that to be the difficulty. Not necessarily the difficulty of just playing the game itself, but more the difficulty caused by the other players. I was expecting PC guys who were playing Battlefield to be lethal. You just would not stand a chance if you were completely fresh to playing games on PC and happened to stumble across Battlefield for the first time. That preconception is just blown out the water having played the game for a bit now. I have been really surprised at how similar playing Battlefield 3 on PC is to playing it on console. I really was expecting sort of almost a different ethos in how players approach the game, how they would work together, etc. And it's kind of surprising really in general. I was expecting it to be like a completely different style of play and everything else, and I've been surprised. The number of guys I've found, for instance, hiding in buildings and stuff, to some degrees more than console. And it kind of surprised me because I was like, okay, you got 64 people running around on this map. I mean, in this instance there are 32, but I was playing 64 player, I think it was Caspian, and I found 2 or 3 guys just hiding around the sea. And let me get that right. I'm thinking C from console version, but the hilltop flag, just hiding in the various buildings while they were still stood up, rather than say, be running around shooting people, taking flags, whatever. It really did surprise me just how similar the playstyles are, and that kind of was nice, to be honest. I thought, cool, alright, that means that area of my worries, I won't necessarily be completely outmatched instantly. However, there was one thing which I kind of didn't really think about in terms of the difficulty, which is much harder. And having come into playing Battlefield 3 on PC with no equipment, no firearms, no perks, I have had my ass royally kicked. My word, I had completely forgotten how difficult this game is when you first start. I've really come to appreciate having played the game on PC. The perks and things I run with, the weapons, the attachments. It really has been an education in where I have been benefiting from, basically, the various perks and things, and they do make a serious difference. Now, for instance, at this point, I'm only about level 9 or so, in terms of ranking and stuff, and I think I've just unlocked squad sprint and squad ammo, that kind of thing. No cover, squad cover perk, or just cover in general, and that's what I usually use when I'm playing on PS3. The suppression is a big part of this game. If you get suppressed, you're going to be pretty inaccurate, to say the least. And I've forgotten how much that is the case. The cover perk I've definitely taken for granted, and you'll see there are moments I'm trying to aim at a guy, and I've got the red dot sight roughly there around the person's body, and the bullets are just missing because I just cannot get a good steady aim at these guys. So yeah, the equipment, the perks, I mean, basically all you're going to see me play in this game is 2 kits. You'll see me playing Assault with the M4, which you can see here, and the Recon with the SKS, mainly because those are the only 2 real weapons which I've unlocked and I've got parts unlocked for. Again, I've forgotten just how tricky it is to start off. You've got no firearms, you've got no multi-class firearms, like, the SMGs, shotguns, whatever. You have to work from the start to get back into it. and I now have a real newfound appreciation for all the newer players to Battlefield 3. I certainly can recall myself in the past, for instance, being very frustrated at how newer players, just didn't want to move up, or that's what it seemed like. I can kind of understand their hesitation now. I'm going, okay, I can shoot at this guy, but if I get shot at, that means if there's another guy, I'm in trouble because I won't be able to aim straight, whatever. It is an education. I think I've already said that in just how much I take the various things I got unlocked on the PS3 version of Battlefield for granted. So fair play to the new guys. I'm going to definitely be a little easier on them, and I guess this is the classic case of, well, walk a mile in their shoes again. So lesson learned, very much so there. Anyway, so yeah. The difficulty side of the game, I was kind of surprised at in two fronts, and you just heard me talk about that, but I think probably the biggest change, which you can probably expect, is obviously playing Battlefield with a keyboard and mouse. So I have played PC games in the past. I have played first-person shooters on PC in the past. I played a bit of Counter-Strike Source, but I didn't get too much into it, etc. I played a bit of Battlefield 2, didn't get too into it. I've actually put a decent amount of time in, well, as it is now, Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Battlefield 3, and really, I think the keyboard and mouse is my main sort of difficulty, which I'm trying to overcome. And guys, if you have any pointers in terms of, keyboard, mice, key bindings, whatever, I would love to hear them. The biggest problem I've got right now is I'm thinking twice for when I really only needed to think once. When I play a game on console, I'm so used to the controller, I know roughly where the buttons are, I know what they do, I can just do it, I can just think and do it. Whereas now I'm kind of going, okay, so I need to pull a parachute, which means I need to press space, but then I need to flare, so which button was that? Oh, that's probably S, since it's, walk backwards, and for every action I'm thinking 2 or 3 times, is that right, is that wrong? And you can see me as I play hesitate, get caught out, make silly choices because I either rush the choice. If there's anything you can share to try and accelerate that process, it would be much appreciated. I have a feeling it's just going to be one of those things I've just got to get used to. But yeah, playing with a keyboard and mouse is really interesting. I think I've said already, it's... the thing with a mouse is it kind of makes it easy and hard in two ways. It makes it easier to aim, but it also makes it harder because it's easier to aim. So, you've got to get those shots on target. And I have found that my aim has been getting better, getting used to, how recoil is with a mouse, because, again, playing with a controller, we've got rumble sticks inside the controllers. We feel the recoil. You don't feel the recoil with a mouse. There's just lots of little interesting things which you just pick up from doing, and I've been doing relatively okay, I'd say, so far. It's just getting used to not thinking twice, so yeah, that's been an interesting aspect to it. But I'd say probably the biggest change out of everything is just how the way, in Battlefield's case, how the game performs in terms of graphically, in terms of just the way it is on PC. It's a world apart to console. For instance, this gameplay you're seeing here is at 30 frames a second. That's because that's what YouTube works in. But when I'm playing it on my PC, I'm getting 1080p, 80 frames a second, everything on Ultra, and boy, can you tell the difference compared to 30 frames on probably some very strange setup on console. Just the fluidity, the smoothness, the prettiness, it really, you can really see it, and it really does add to the game, I'd say, definitely. And you will see moments later on when we're attacking into the tunnel where you can sort of see the fires down the end of the tunnel, you can see the smoke, you can see the bullet ricochets and all this sort of stuff. There were a few times where I just kind of stop and go, this is pretty. Take this, the attack helicopter is getting attacked, you see the flares pop off, the smoke and everything, you kind of go, damn, this is very nice. And I have stopped and sort of stood in awe, then I got shot, but again, this is just part of the learning process of it all, but yeah, the frame rate, I really do understand now why people say 60 frames per second or above is the magic number. Just that fluidity which the extra 30 frames add is really important, and what the current rumourings and rumblings are is that next generation consoles are going to be aiming for 60 FPS as a minimum. Bring it on. That's going to really change the way that console gaming is going to be done, and I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, all in all, the PC gaming, I've only talked about Battlefield in this case, I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike and stuff as well. it's a really interesting sort of change. I was expecting, changes to happen in some places. You have to when you change platform. But honestly, I was expecting changes in some areas where there weren't, and there were changes where I was expecting, and somewhere I was not, put frankly. And it's just been really interesting. It has, and I can see myself playing a lot more PC games in the near future. I'm not going to stop playing console games because, put frankly, I'm a console gamer. I've got a massive back catalogue of all the console games I own. I've got all my friends and stuff who play console. I've got friends and stuff who play PC as well, but I want to try and add both skill sets if I can, and I think it is just going to be a case of practice, and go from there. But anyway, yeah, Battlefield 3 on PC is different to console, but not perhaps in the ways that you may think, and that certainly was an interesting learning experience for me, and it's been quite nice to finish as, non-kernel service star anything ahead of rooms full of kernel service stars. I did have a bit of a laugh to myself at those points. So, PC gaming, it's an interesting experience, and guys, just in general, in fact, if you have any pointers, any advice you'd like to share with myself and anyone else who's watching the video, please do feel free to pop it down in the comments section below. I'd love to know what you more experienced PC players know about the game, and what you'd be willing to share, and etc. That'd just be really awesome. And hopefully this will be the start of a few more PC gaming videos on my channel. In fact, by the time you've seen this, you'll all hopefully have already seen that I've been uploading a little bit of R-Factor as well, as of late. Just doing a little bit of touring car racing with some lads from the 6-Axis website, and that should be good fun. Getting used to PC racing alongside console racing, which actually I won't go too much into the details there, but basically, since the wheel is mandatory on PC, because driving with WSA and D is probably a bad idea, it's very interesting just to see different styles react on track. But anyway, that's for another video. That is definitely for another video. But yeah, all in all, PC gaming, I've really enjoyed it so far. It's been frustrating for sure, because I know I can do this stuff. I know if I were playing with a controller, I'd be able to do this stuff. I know that I'd be able to react better, win games, get more points, have better, Battlefield experience, whatever. But I know that that will come in time if I stick with a keyboard and mouse. So yeah, I'll stop there before I keep rabbiting on. It's a cool experience playing on PC, for definite, and I'm going to enjoy carrying on doing so. So anyway guys, this video is wrapping up. What I should mention before it does finish though is what will be going on in the next few weeks. Obviously we have Christmas next week. You will be seeing a nice heart back to this time last year from my channel. I'll be doing another live commentary to honour that, and basically after that you won't see a video from me till perhaps New Year. I'm going to take a little time off, go and see my family, and basically guys, what I want to say here, and I'll say it again next week as well, is just a massive thank you for a fantastic year. It's been a really challenging year for myself anyway this year, and well, I couldn't have got anywhere near what I've done, let's say, without you guys, and it's been a pleasure to produce all these videos and whatnot in the meantime. I'll come back to this next week as well, but it's been a hell of a year. A lot of cool stuff has happened, met a lot of cool people, but you guys are the cause of that, so I just want to really reiterate my thanks to you guys. You are awesome, and hopefully the live commentary next week, which I'm planning to try and sort of announce on Twitter, so hopefully you guys will be able to join the room. It will be on PS3, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, it should hopefully be a lot of fun. So anyway guys, I will wrap this video up now at this point. As always, just thank you so very much for watching, and again, if you have any pointers you'd like to share with myself and anyone else, please do feel free to pop them down in the comments section below. Guys, it's an interesting challenge, PC gaming, as you've heard me talk about. I won't reiterate what I've already said, but any pointers you'd be willing to share, I would really appreciate. And in fact, if you have any other comments regarding console, PC gaming, any questions perhaps you would like me to answer, which I perhaps haven't touched on, please do feel free to leave them down in the comment section below as well. If you could leave a like, dislike, whatever you believe this video deserves, that'd be fantastic as well. And as always guys, again, thank you just so very much for watching. I've been Chuggy, and I'll see you next time, soon.